As we all know, Man United are not having the best spell of form as of late. The team is underperforming and is highly injury ridden. The squad is very thin, and with the remaining players available, they are not that desirable, nor do they perform when required to. This can be seen by the fact that Man United have not won away from home since early March this year. That being said, things could be a lot worse. We could have Spurs away form. These are the 5 signings I believe can save Man United's season. These signings won't hand United, nor will they the title next season, but I believe these signings will be the next step in the right direction for the club. At number 5, we have Eberechi Eze. He's a young central player who plays at cam or as a centre mid and can do a job on both flanks as a wide midfielder. He has a good bit of playtime under his belt and performed quite well in a poor QPR side last season. Eze contributed to 8 goals in 42 games in Championship. He will provide the creative spark to link the midfield to the forwards and will make darting runs to unsettle defences and allow teammates to capitalise on the vacated spaces to punish opposition with threaded through balls or pushing into the area to score. Transfer market value Eze at £3.15 million, which is great value for a player of his calibre. At number 4, we have Mario Mandzukic. He's a more experienced player that has played for some of the best clubs in the world. He's a proven goalscorer and a true professional that will work his socks off and do whatever he can for the team. Some might think that Mandzukic would be more of a target man-esque player that would offer something different to the team than in comparison to our current forwards, which he would, but his best strengths rely on his movement. He is a player that is well versed in pressing and playing counter-attacking football. This is most noted during his time with Bayern Munich during the 2012-13 season, where they won the treble. He was the player that kept a proven goal scorer in Mario Gomez on the bench, a player, by the way, that contributed to nearly 50 goals the previous season. Transfer market value Mandzukic at £16.2 million currently, but I imagine this will drop significantly due to being excluded from a large proportion of football with Juventus due to the managerial introduction of Sarri that doesn't really favour him in his playstyle. At number 3, we have Bradley Dack. He's an underrated homegrown player that has had an exceptional few seasons with Blackburn Rovers as of late. Before he jumped Blackburn, they became a bit of a team that was an early, easy 3 points. Since then, he's turned the former Premier League winners into quite a formidable team. To beat them, you have to be performing exceptionally. Dack has had quite an impressive 2018-19 campaign where he played 42 games in the Championship, contributing to 22 goals, scoring 15 and assisting 7, all from the centre of the park in either cam or at centre mid. Dack's eye for goal will add a new layer of attacking output to this lackluster midfield. Transfer market value Dack at $7.2 million, which is great value considering he's a top talent. At number 2, we have Erling Haaland. He's a young quality striker that I'm sure you have all heard of recently for his recent exploits in the Champions League against Club Brugge. He's a natural goal scorer but will look for the assist if it is on. His previous season exploits with Salzburg aren't as jaw-dropping as this season's due to his limited starts moving clubs halfway through the season. By amalgamating his stats for the total of 2018-19 season, he has played in 35 games, contributing to 22 goals, 17 of which he scored and 5 he assisted. What makes these stats more impressive was that he was an impact sub primarily, and when you narrow down his total minutes, it equals out to about 23 games, which is almost a goal contribution a game. At 19 years old, that's very impressive. Transfer market value Haaland at £10.8 million, which is a bargain considering he'll become a top talent. He's homegrown and has played under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer previously. Number 1, we have Jared Bowen. He's a young goal-scoring winger who plays on the right wing. His goal record is quite impressive, considering where Hull City finished last season. From 46 games in the Championship, Bowen contributed to 26 goals, scoring 22 and assisting 4. He can provide the natural width United need on the right-hand side of the pitch, and it can also take the creative duties off of Wan-Bissaka's shoulders, as he is a defensive player. His offensive abilities aren't as up to par. Transfer market value Bowen at £9 million, which is an unbelievably cheap price for a player of his quality. These are the 5 players that I think can take United to the next level, or at least help them further to bridge the gap to getting into the top 4 consecutively and eventually getting themselves back on top of the table. It's going to be a long old time of it, but these few players, I believe, will take the club in the right direction, and also by offloading some of the deadwood that they have in the club currently. I do believe that there is some players that you can introduce into the club, like of Jimmy Garner, Angel Gomez, and likes of those youngsters. But the club does need some immediate impact players, and I believe these 5 could be the ace in the hole to do that. But yeah, these 5, I believe, can take the club to the next level, or at least take them into the right direction. But yeah, who do you think will be the best 5 players to take the club into the right direction going forward? Obviously, you probably need to get rid of the board, but that's a different matter entirely. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.